Hey everyone, today in this video I'm going to show you how to use AXIOM Pro fully, and I'm going to show you some great filters that will work specifically for how the market is at the moment. Currently, the day that this video has been uploaded, there has been a bit of a market crash in crypto, which is completely normal. This happens on a massive cycle, so if you're new to the memecoin space and you've never seen crypto crash like this before, it does happen. I've been in crypto for a couple of years now, and you'll have stages where it will advance and some stages where it'll crash. Now, how does it affect the markets right now? So currently, at the moment that I decide to trade, there's not a lot of volume at the time that I want to trade at, which is in the daytime of the UK. The majority of the volume is when Americans are awake, but there's still ways to find a lot of winning coins, especially with the filters section on AXIOM Pro. I'm going to be showing you the best filters that you can use on the new purse section and on the final stretch section as well. And I'll give you a breakdown of how to actually see if a coin is going to be worth investing into or not, and how to see if it could be a rug pull. So you can see that I've not got a lot of meme coins on my screen right now, and that is because of the filters. I've completely siphoned it down just to try and get the best ones, and I'm not looking for a load of different tokens on my meme decks at the moment, because just there's not enough volume in the space to really be pumping it to an extra level. So the new purse section, here's what I've got for the filters. For age, I've done max 3 minutes, and I don't trade a lot of the new pairs often, to be honest. Usually I'll wait to see if it gets into the final stretch section, and then, only then, will I decide to trade it. And then insiders, I've put the max as 30%, and then bundlers max at 30%. All bundling is people who are just using bots to artificially inflate the value of the token. And on Axiom, it shows you exactly where the bundles are quite easily. So obviously you've got it in the filters section right there, but if you just quickly look here, you can see the bundlers at the end of this little filter section here. So you can see the top 10 holders. So you can see the top 10 holders, the amount that devs holding, the amount snipers are holding, insiders, and also bundlers as well. So you want to be trading tokens that really don't have any snipers, any insiders, or any bundlers. And ideally, you'd want to also have it as well so that the dev isn't really holding any of the token. But if they're holding a small amount, then it's not going to affect you too much. And then for metrics on the new purse section, all I've done is put the market cap to 10,000. So I'm already trying to find tokens that have started to take off past the 6,000 starting range. And then you've got the final stretch section as well. So I've not really put all the filters properly onto the migrated section. I just like to keep that open just so I can have a look and see what tokens are currently trending at the moment, just if I decide to trade them. So for the audit, the age I've put to max 20 minutes. Sometimes I do 30 minutes. It's all completely up to you. And then I do the max snipers as 30%, max insiders as 30%, and max bundlers as 30%. And then also put the minimum pro traders as 10 as well, just to siphon it down even more to make sure that we get better results in the actual meme decks. Then metrics, I'll put the volume as 15,000 and market cap as 15,000 as well. So I like to just change the filters as much as possible depending on how the market is. And these filters work best for beginners, but also when there's not enough volume in the market to really pump coins to an extra level. Now, I did get into this token beforehand, and I basically sold it on migration because I didn't know where it was going to go to, but it was a decent token, and I'll explain the reason why I did this in a moment. Now, I use this bloom that you can use. It's a Chrome extension that gives you faster entries, but you don't need to use this. I've got other videos on it if you want to use it. It's a bit like NovaBot, but a tiny bit better in my opinion. And when there's not enough volume in the token, obviously when there's a decent amount of volume, I either trade on the 30-second or the minute chart sometimes, just because you can get an overall guide of really where it's going. But when there's not enough volume, especially with new tokens, you want to just siphon this down on Axiom to 1 second so that you're seeing the exact movement of this as well. Now, I've got some tools here that you can use, but you don't need these a lot of the time. This is more for just when the tokens have migrated. Every time I'm always checking, especially if it meets all the criteria, there's not too many bundlers, not too many insiders, etc. I then go and check the Twitter just to see what the token is about. It doesn't even have to have loads of followers or anything else like that. Really, I'm not too bothered about it. And because of the way the market is at the moment, obviously this token has went to $200,000. So to be fair, I should have held the token. But the way the market is at the moment, I'm really not holding that many tokens. This is just a great example of one that actually does well. But the reason why I knew it was going to be good, I'm not trying to just invest into tokens all the time like I was a couple months ago, because of the market conditions. If there's not enough volume, then your bags aren't going to be pumping as much. But I just seen that this was an OG token finder on Solana. And what I'm seeing at the moment, especially just after this market crash, I'm finding that tokens that have some type of utility that relate to meme coins, or just any type of token that has utility for crypto in general, I've been finding that they do a lot better than just random meme coins at the moment, that is. And what this does, you can find the first ticker that come out for a trending meme coin. So if Elon Musk does a trending tweet, then loads of people will be creating a meme coin behind it. Now, I just knew that this was a great tool that people would be using, and thought, oh my God, this could do really well. And it was just really good timing that I found this token, to be fair. And I don't know where it'll go to, but it's been live for half an hour and is at 200k market cap. And in these market conditions, in the afternoon of UK time, that is a really well-performing one. So not only am I then going onto the Twitter to see if it's got utility or any type of purpose, I'm also using the Twitter tracker on Axiom. So in order to get access to this, you need to trade at least 5 SOL worth of volume. Then you've just got access to one of the best crypto Twitter trackers that you could have access to, and you can just open it to the side of your screen. So when you do it, if I click Twitter tracker, it will open up for you, not locked, like should be like in the middle of the screen. But the way I like to do it, you can just drag it with this button right here. And I just drag it to the left side of my screen. So obviously you can move it around as you want, but I just like to put it here, out the way, just so it's clear. Then I'm reading through on the Twitter alerts, trying to see if there's any like trending topic that people are talking about at the moment, or being a little degen and finding Elon Musk tweets, or waiting for Elon Musk to tweet some type of meme. So this token keeps on popping in and out of this section right here. And then this one's just popped up now. So I would be looking at this token maybe for a quick flip. We can have a look at it and see how it does. The only reason why is because of the dev migrations. Now, what I like about this is one of my favorite features of AXIOM Pro. So you can see how many times that this person has created a meme coin and got it through to the migrated section. So that means that they've got a meme coin 117 times to over 100,000 market cap, or around that range. So that's a good guide for new tokens. Sometimes it doesn't mean that the token's going to take off to a really high level, because you've got to keep an eye out for these tokens as well at the same time. These also could be rug pulls, because this person is creating tokens left, right, and center. They're always creating these type of tokens, so it's probably a notorious rug puller. So when we first spotted this token, it was around $12,000 market cap, and now it's currently at 21,000. So with the 1 second, you can see all of the movements really quickly. Now, if you've seen something like this, you could be thinking, oh my God, it's going to sell off on me. But all that was the bundlers down here. Do you remember it said 30%? All that was the bundlers selling some of the tokens, which is actually a great guide, to be fair. If the bundlers sell off towards the beginning, you know that the token's not going to take off and do really well. It might go to like a migrated section, but you know that they're not going to sell it further up down here. Now it's at 30k market cap, because this probably is matching some type of trend that we've not really seen on the Twitter tracker. Usually you can see it on the Twitter tracker, but there's a lot of tweets. So if you're looking at price data, you can miss things really quickly. So just go ahead and check the Twitter to see what it's about, to see if it correlates with any trends, which it probably is at the moment. And this is what it is. We're launching the Strategy Bitcoin Hub in Tyson's Corner. I think that's Virginia or something. I don't know all the American states. Co-working space to connect. And this fits in with the crypto utility narrative again. And it's at 34k market cap now. So we didn't invest in because we were double checking it. And the bundlers have reached up as well. So I don't think this will last too long, but it definitely might be migrated considering the devs migrations. So if you doing this and checking this out with the pulse section, and you notice a coin that's just been created, and obviously the developer has a lot of migrations, then there's an opportunity there for a quick flip, especially at 12k. I probably would have been looking to get out around this 30k, 40k region right here, or at least made sure that I took my profits and that I wasn't going to be losing any money from this trade. And you see how quick it's moving. It was at 40k now it's on a bit of a downward trend, and it is oversold on the MACD. So one way as well, it's great, you have this Insight X, which just shows you all of the interlinked wallets. So sometimes if you go onto it, it's just like bubble maps. If you go onto a token and you see some of the wallets that are connected towards each other that hold a high amount, usually I'd stay away from that token. But this doesn't look like a absolute scam of a token, to be honest. And the way I'm actually seeing that is you go to the holders section and then you look at the amount of balance that the holders have got. If all of the holders have got a really low Solana balance, then I'd probably want to stay away from that token as well, just because it's likely that it's more bundlers than actual people that are investing into the token. See, but you can tell that there's still opportunities to make money in this market, considering it is 2 p.m. UK time. The Americans are probably not even awake yet, to be honest. It's probably like 8 a.m. Eastern for a lot of Americans. So there's not a lot of people that are awake trading at the moment. And this is still doing decent. Like, obviously, it's not going to the exact same levels and there's not enough volume as it was a couple months ago. But if you're getting in at a 12k market cap and it's 24k market cap, that's 2 times your initial investment. And that's what I'm looking for mostly with this strategy now, is just looking for them quick 2x's, because it can go to like a 40k region, it can try and do it, but I'm not seeing as many tokens migrate. So I'm not really taking the risk watching it, just praying that it goes up or holding onto the token for too long, because it's now at 12k market cap again. But if you were quick with these type of trades, especially on the 1 second chart, you're in and out making money real quick. And then if I click back on the pulse section, you can see that there's not many tokens again, but you're filtering out the good ones. So this hypocrite one might not be a good token. Look at the holders. Yeah, this is too many bundlers. If you see something like this, where you see like a massive gain at the start and then it goes up slightly like this, it's a real irregular pattern, to be honest. So every time it's being pumped up, people are just taking their bags out, and all it is the snipers that are holding it at the start. Now, what is this token? I wouldn't invest in it anyway, because I'm seeing this growth is too unnatural, to be honest. It'll be doing the same thing again, but you don't even want to try and get in for these ones because you're not making much. If you invested at 8k right here, see the devs just sold and completely got rid of it all. That's how you can quickly tell if something's a scam, if you see something like this, like a very slow increase in chart where there's not many sells and it's not really moving the price. It's not worth investing into at all. So like I said, this doesn't filter out the rugs. What you need to do is just double check and make sure that there's not high amount of bundlers, not high amount of snipers. And always, to be honest, I'm making sure that it relates with at least some type of trend. That, for beginners with the Twitter tracker, if you're looking at the Twitter tracker at all times and then looking at this section, you will find some tokens that will do well, but you're not going to be finding tokens every half an hour that are going to go to parabolic levels and migrate. What you just need to look for with this strategy specifically is the 2x's. As well, when you're trading, if there's a lot of volume in the market, then you want to have a high slippage, usually over 20%. But always, if there's not enough volume, you want to be making sure that your slippage is on the lowest amount. Now, you can put it to 10% sometimes if the price isn't moving too much. But I've been finding that 15% slippage is working for me